Hello, everybody, and Merry Christmas, or I should say Happy Boxing Day now, because that's when I'm filming this. Snow has started to fall here in Canada, Nova Scotia. This is the only second time we've had snow this year, believe it or not. We had a warmer winter than Florida, which is very unusual. The car so far has still been, of course, mechanically sound and good. Knock on wood. Hopefully, I just didn't jinx it for the rest of the winter, but it's been pretty good so far. And just to update you guys, I do have two new tires on the car. So something that I think I pointed out last year is the code date on these tires was not very good. So I bought these brand new last year, right? Look at the code date on that. And you can see they're starting to dry weather. So I got a hold of Canadian Tire. That's on the Goodyear tires. I got a hold of Canadian Tire, and they go, nope, tires are good for up to 10 years. And I was like, well, these are terrible. So the store wouldn't do anything for me, so I ended up having to call corporate. Corporate didn't really want to do anything. They say, your tires are still good for 2 to 3 years, and the ones that were on the rear were actually dry rotting around the entire sidewall. And I was like, listen, I'm not accepting your measly small offer. I want at least $500 so I can get at least 2 tires for the rear. So they did cave to that eventually. But yeah, they didn't really want to do a whole lot. So too long didn't read. Make sure you always check your code date on your tires, even if it's a brand new tire. So I picked up these Bridgestone Blizzaks for the rear, which have a code date of 2022. And I'm going to say the grip on these versus the Goodyears that were on there that were already 6 years old when I bought them is much better. It's night and day. It's like driving a whole different car. I still would be a little careful going around the corners and whatnot, just because the front tires are still the Goodyears, but the Bridgestones have so much more get up and go. It's like an entirely different car. So that was a bit of a fiasco to deal with, but I'm glad I at least have 2 good tires on the rear, which, like I said, guys, for the couple snows that we have had, has made a huge impact. It sucks that I had to deal with that and had to fight with them and tell them that 6-year-old tires that are dry rotted are not safe to drive on, but they didn't really want to listen. But unfortunately, I still got some money back and was able to buy 2 tires for the rear, which are very good tires for the back. So definitely, I don't know how the Goodyears really are overall as far as proper winter traction goes, because the ones I got were 6 years old, and ultimately they were already dry by the time I got them, even if the store and the company claimed they weren't. I think everybody knows by the time you get tires that are 5 or 6 years old, whether they were used or not, it is generally time to replace them. So those Bridgestone Blizzaks have been performing much better. Even the Goodyears on the front, guys, you can see still have lots of tread, but I don't know if you can pick it up. But if you look at the tread right there, you can see where it's dry weathering, and I sent those pictures in and they claimed that that's just regular tire wear and tear. I can't say I've ever had a tire start to split apart at the tread, but anyways, that's Canadian Tire for you, I guess, but at least they got some money back from it. Still not overly thrilled with the whole situation, and to be honest, if it was someone that didn't know any better, they would probably just believe them and just think that these tires just sucked from the get-go, which I don't think they do, because I've heard quite a few reviews say that they're pretty grippy. But unfortunately, like I said, the ones I got were just old to begin with. And of course, every Crown Vic always looks good with the fresh set of snow on it, at least in my opinion. So hope you guys all had a good Christmas and a happy holidays, or whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate. So thank you guys for tuning in, and see you all next time.